Hey guys, what's up? Happy, what is it, Thursday? I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys, just the team. Whoever this impacts today, that's awesome. Like whenever you feel like you need to share something, I'm doing a better job of when I feel like I need to share something with the team because of the benefit that it will have across the board. I'm gonna just hop on and do a video about it. So here it goes. So today, super grateful. This morning I got really fired up because Megan sent me a picture of her and the team traveling to Extravaganza, making no excuses, booking the hotel. Congratulations, Megan, for just really doing the work, getting out there, getting the team together, everybody driving down, booking the hotel, planning it out, getting Taylor there. So Taylor, thank you for helping Megan out with that. And I got really inspired. And I remember my very first check that I got from Herbalife. I didn't know what was going to come of this whole thing, like Herbalife in general. For those of you who are brand new, Emily and all you guys, I wanted to just kind of go through my story real quick and share with you guys what it is today versus where it was back 3 years ago. So whenever I got started, I had no idea what Herbalife Nutrition was. I just knew that I wanted to make an extra money while Brock was a stay-at-home, or while I was a stay-at-home mom and Brock was a coach and a teacher. And I didn't know what Herbalife was. I just saw one of my friends on Facebook always posting about it and having fun, drinking some products. And so I messaged her. I said, hey, what are you doing? And it looks like you're having fun. She said, oh my gosh, this would be so cool for you. You can just help people with their nutrition, which I love nutrition. And she said you can make an extra $400 a month. And so I said, well, why not? And I went to a meeting, just like an HOM, but on a bigger scale at an STS. And so I went and I saw that there were so many people being successful with the opportunity. So I thought, why not me? And I came home. I registered at that office in the hotel where the meeting was. Didn't ask my husband if I should register or not. I just did it. And I came home and I was like, Brock, I'm a health coach. And, it just went from there. I didn't know at the time of signing up to be a member, November 17, 2012, that it would grow into something incredibly huge. I just knew that if I got registered and listened to the people, the leadership that told me what to do, and worked hard, every single day, that maybe something great could come of it. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to share my screen with you because a lot of you are making income. You're getting your first checks from Herbalife, whether it's $200 or $400 or $600. And there's so much value in that small amount of money. It's not small at all. I think whenever you hear, President's Team and Millionaire Team share their story where they're making $11,000, $12,000, $20,000 a month, do not get discouraged because your check is not even $1,000. Okay. Whenever you see people who are successful, who are making more money than you, you might think, man, it's so easy for them, or they're just lucky, they got this handed to them, or they've been into fitness, or they already knew about nutrition, or he's pretty, she's handsome, or he's handsome, she's pretty, whatever, or they already had money to begin with, or they were a trust fund baby, or they were third generation Herbalife. You guys, the money that is deposited into your bank account through Herbalife and the money that you make retail through Herbalife, it's a direct reflection of the amount of people that you've made an impact with. It's the amount of people that love you whenever you walk out of a room. It's how you make people feel. It's how good are you at solving problems? How How willing are you to work with people that fascinate you? We use the word fascinate instead of frustrate. So how do you deal with conflict? How do you deal with problems? How do you deal with not making enough money every single month? You know, those things all come into play. It's not just, you know, X is making $19,000 a month and it didn't just happen, okay? There's a whole journey behind the big money, okay? So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I want to show you what happened to me when I very first got started, okay? So this is a screenshot of my very first check in Herbalife. Okay, my very first check, all right, was $684, and that was in February 15th, 2013. So remember, I got signed up at the very, very, very end of 2012. So all of my income, whenever we share our story about that $540, that was all retail, okay? I learned that I had to become a master at retailing the products, because the checks aren't just going to immediately start coming into your bank account as soon as you join Herbalife, okay? You have to love the products, get a product result, and get a lot of people to love the products and get a product result. That's your main job in Herbalife. You have to be a master at retailing the products and getting people results. Then the more that you teach other people how to do the same thing, then you'll get checks deposited into your bank account. So I went 2 months with just earning retail money from Herbalife. And then in my third month, my first check was deposited. So that whole time of me being brand new in Herbalife, in December, November, December, January, I was retailing the products, getting people results, and teaching other members how to do the same thing, okay? Once you teach people, once you understand duplication, then you will earn your checks, okay? So here's my first check, $684. My next check in March, $785. Next check in April, $712. So whenever we share our story, you guys, and we share how we made, 9 times the amount whenever we first started, those things just don't happen. Like, it's not a matter of luck. It's not a matter of, oh, it was easy. It's not a matter of, oh, she has everything handed to her, or like they came from a trust fund or whatever it is. It's because you don't know the journey that happened in those 3 years to get to where we are now. So I'm going to show you from this one check when we very first started, okay? So this was a little over 3 years ago. I'm going to fast forward you guys to this month in July. And not only is it just one check, okay? Check out July. There's 5 different checks deposited into our bank account. So if you add all of these up, this is over $6,000 just in checks. So this does not include retail or our nutrition club income, okay? Once you add like everything together, it's well over 10 grand this month. And I want to ask you guys a question. So whenever we like share that story of when we first got started, we made $541 in our first 3 weeks. That was just off of retail. Fast forward to now, 3.5 years later, Brock and I made over $11,000 this month. Okay, whenever we share that, like whenever you hear that, and what's your very first thought? Is it like, God, like they just have it so easy? They have a nutrition club, or whatever the excuse is. Stop. Like, reverse your thinking, and I want you to really absorb this quote from Garen Jones that I heard today on one of his YouTube videos. Was whenever you see like people's houses, or whenever you see how well they're doing, or whenever you see, you know, like 4 checks deposited into a bank account from their business, whenever you see that, are you thinking to yourself, man, those people are lucky? Because if that's your first thought, you're probably just really lazy. So are you willing to actually do the work? Okay, it took 3.5 years of day in, day out, getting a customer or getting a member or dealing with a member's problems or dealing with a customer who said that the products didn't work for them, or, you know, getting people to an STS and then not showing up, or busting your butt every single day and nothing comes from it, or going weeks and weeks and weeks with no customer, no new member, but having the faith that if you work your butt off, things are going to happen for you. Okay? Whenever you're in this Herbalife journey, it's your business. It's whenever you decide like, hey, I'm really going to do this thing, you have to give it your all. Because if you don't give it your all and you quit, you're setting yourself up to keep quitting on everything else you try. So if you quit your job and you're like, I'm going to go find a different job, you'll probably end up quitting that job too. If you get into a relationship and you find that there's an obstacle, like a roadblock, you're like, never mind, I quit. I'm going to just get a divorce. Or if you come across a friend who gives you a problem, you're like, yeah, we're not friends anymore. You're setting yourself up to do that over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? In Herbalife, yes, it's kind of hard because you're your own boss. If you really take this thing on, and some days that are hard or you don't get a customer, you're like, man, that's okay. Like, I'm my own boss. We'll figure it out tomorrow. You have to be like laser focused every single day. And whenever I started, my goal was to either get a new customer or get a new member every single day. Okay, that complete daily focus added up over the 3.5 years to where we are now. We have our own home, got a new car. We had the most people ever at Extravaganza. We had the most people ever at an STS. We made at least $11,000. Our nutrition club is popping. Our coaches are winning. Everything is working. But it wasn't always like that. So you have to remember, whenever you see people's income or whenever you see how successful they are in this moment, what were those people's moments like 3 years ago or 2 years ago? Because what you see on the outside is not a direct representation of what happened to them in order to get there. Okay, so this is something that I want to show you guys. This was the video that I got just really inspired from this morning. Okay, it was from Garen Jones about, are people really lucky or is it something else? Okay, so let's watch this together.
Great afternoon, everybody. It's your boy, Garen Jones. Right now, I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's hot as hell, but I'm fired up about life. My little brother, PJ, brought me up here. He wanted to take the scenic route. I want to let you guys know, man, some beautiful houses up here. You start looking up in the rocks, start looking at these houses and everything. You start seeing, you know, I like to call them God Van Gogh, the most beautiful architecture in the world, the omnipresent. What I wanted to talk to you about today is the word luck. You know, all my life growing up, I would always see people that had things that I didn't have. They would have the houses that I didn't have. They would have the money that I didn't have. They would have the clothes that I didn't have. They would have the fans and all the influence and the books and the music and the Grammys and everything that I didn't have. And I would say, man, they're lucky. They're so lucky. I'm like, man, it's because they were born and their father gave them this, or their mom gave them this, or something like that. And I would say all of these different things, and I'd be like, oh, they're just so lucky. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good for them. It's good for them. It's good for them. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Mr. Excuses, Mr. Lazy, Mr. I'm not willing to put in the work to get what I want, was broke, doubtful, deceitful, nagging, making fun of people under my tongue. Listen to the radio stations, gossip magazines, talking about people behind their back, and I was wondering why I didn't have the things that I was seeing, that I was calling people lucky. Meanwhile, I was seeing these people and how they treated people, and how they weren't watching TV or speaking bad about people. And every time they would leave a room, people would speak good things about them. And so now, as I walk up here, I had a conversation with my old self, and I'm looking at these houses, and I'm thinking, I'm like, what did he have to do in order to get this house? And my old self said, he's lucky. Probably was a trust fund baby. Probably didn't really work for it. But then my old self had to be shut down by my new self, a fully evolved, changed man named Garen Stefan Jones, who knows and has the possession of his own mind, and has gone through the struggles, and has gone through the battles, has taken the punches, the tears, the pain, grew through it, and taught other people how to do the same thing, utilizing the same philosophies and life principles. And I say that's not luck. I say it's deserved and it's earned. As I live in my own house on the beach, high rise, and say it took work, it took sacrifice, it took blood, it took tears. So my question to you is, are those people really lucky? Or are you just lazy? Are you just not willing to put in the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hours, the burning of the calories, putting that hamburger down, putting those fries down? Oh, it's just a little bit of this, I'll get to it tomorrow. What if tomorrow don't come? And right now is your only opportunity to make the best of yourself. What if generation after generation after generation of your entire family tree just needed one example of somebody that stepped out of the normal habitual patterns of being broke, and all it was relying on was you to do a little bit more with the same circumstances so that you can earn an amazing quality of life? What if focusing on what's wrong with things, how about you focus on what's right with things? The fact that you woke up this morning, promoted another day to give it your absolute all. And people quit and say, I don't know if this is for me. How can you say if you don't know if something is for you if you didn't give it your absolute all? And you quit. And here's the thing that you fail to realize. When you quit, you still got to take yourself with you. So you'll quit this relationship, go to the next relationship, quit that relationship, go to the next job, quit that job, go to the next thing, quit this job thing, opportunity that you have, go to the next thing, because you still have to take yourself with you. And all I'm asking you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to give it your absolute all. So now you become the lucky. And the lucky is the people who day in, day out, took full advantage of every single opportunity. They say 9 out of 10 millionaires fell their way to success. What else does that tell you? They took the most risk. They took the most pain. They got up 1,000 times while other people live in fear and hiding behind their weaknesses. Your weaknesses overcome is what actually makes you stronger to go past wherever you've been before. So you're going to sit there on that couch watching TV with a hamburger in your damn mouth, making complaints and excuses, listening to the radio all day, missing meetings, missing an opportunity to read that book, an extra chapter, listening to the audio books, going to the movies, movie night almost every single night, and complain about being broke so your kids or your best friends or your family can watch you as you continue on the legacy of broke? Or are today you're going to stand up and say, oh, wait a second. If I got the control, let me do something about it now. Let me wake up an hour earlier now. Let me burn 1,000 extra calories now. Let me set a precedence and an example for my entire family tree from this day forward. You will have an example of what greatness looks like. I believe everybody watching this right now has the capabilities of the so much more to so much more to so much more in your life. And I believe you can have anything that you want in your life as long as you put in the dedication and the work and beating on your craft. And if you approach anything new, just like a brand new baby approaches walking with the determination, the sacrifice, get down, fall, get back up, fall down, get back up, fall down, get back up, fall down, 72,563 times, because he's determined to walk, and you take every approach to do that. I believe you can have anything, you can be anything, you can become anything, you can earn anything that you want in life, if you want it bad enough. So here's the call to action. Will the real you stand up to the plate so you can set a precedence and a legacy for your entire family from here on out that will impact the generations and the next generation and the next generation? How do you feed the next generation? By feeding yourself. 100/0. I got it tatted on my arm. You take 100% responsibility for every single thing that you do with zero excuses for why you can't be or do your absolute best on every occasion with every human being that you come in contact with. You take that, stand up, rise up, pick up your chest, pick up your head, and know that you're a king. Know that you're a queen. And go out and let's go get this life. Have an amazing, blessed, wonderful, beautiful, powerful rest of the day. Fire me up. Let's go. Peace.
Awesome. So you guys, that like quote hits, I think probably a lot of people, including me. Are those people that you see like being super successful, whether it's in Herbalife or whether it's in life, are those people really lucky, or are you just lazy? There's so much work that goes into what those 5 checks deposited into our bank account really means. And there's no reason why a year from now or 2 years from now or 7 months from now that you can't be making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, totally rearranging your lifestyle, recreating what your life looks like, driving a new car, getting a new house, building a better family, building a better atmosphere for you and your friends. Everything is possible for you within inside of Herbalife. But the bottom line is, are you doing the daily work that you need to do in order to meet those goals? Okay, it's day in, day out. It's learning how to do things a little bit better. It's keeping your personal development high. It's learning how to get people better results. There's so much work that goes into what our life looks like now versus what it looked like 3 years ago. But I'm so grateful for personal development and just for having the attitude of, no matter what, this is going to happen for me. No matter what, I'm going to be a tab team member, and it happened. No matter what, I'm going to be a Get 2.5 member, and it happened. And the reason why it happened is because I never, ever, ever quit on myself. I never, ever, ever quit on my clients. I never, ever, ever quit on my team members. And I, most importantly, you guys, like I said the very first time, I never quit on myself, and I always believe in what's possible. if you never give it your all, you never know what you're capable of. So I hope this helped you guys today. I love you all. Have an amazing day, and let's go get another person healthy.